Welcome back. In this section, we're going to install the last piece of software that we need, Azure DevOps. The outline for this section, it's pretty easy again. We're going to install Azure DevOps server over our virtual machine. We're going to configure it. And last but not least, we're going to create a TFS repository that will work as our source control for our database. Let's get into the virtual machine. All right, I'm opening up our cool stuff folder. And here we have the Azure DevOps Server installer. Double click on it. Let's minimize this one as well. We're happy with the installation location, so we can just go ahead and click install. Now, spoiler alert, this is going to take a while, so it's a good time to grab some coffee, call your mother, call your husband, call your wife, share some love. I'll see you later. All right, so let's go ahead and configure Azure DevOps. So we will not enroll at this time. This is a new Azure DevOps server deployment, of course. Licensing wise, at the moment we just want to start a trial, but I recommend you, of course, to get a license should you want to keep using it. Now, we can just stick with the deployment basic. We don't really need to go into the advanced configuration settings. Can hit next. We're happy with English being the language. Then, as a SQL Server instance, here we can just point Azure DevOps to the existing SQL Server instance that we installed previously. The database, it's SQL Express, the one that we installed. Application tier, this is essentially where Azure DevOps will expose the management console and where we could configure the repository, the CI, the CD, and so on and so forth. We're happy with the default values. Last but not least, search. You do not have to install the search. So just untick it, hit next, and you can hit next again. There will be some system verifications first. The only recommendation that pops here is that we should have at least 50 gigabytes. We have a little bit less, but it's not going to be a problem, so we can just go ahead and hit configure. The installation is complete, so if you think this was long, just remember Rome was not built in a day. Ready to hit next, success, and now we have the confirmation that the DevOps server is running locally right here. I'll just make sure that I have this one open in Chrome. It will make sense in a second, but as far as we are concerned, we can just go ahead and close. Close here. DevOps is ready to go. All right. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to source control. But before that, we need to create, of course, a repository. This is the very last thing that we have to do. So we have the collection. We have to create a project, and we just need the project Acme. No thanks. Here in advanced, there is a decision on what type of flavor we would like to use for our repository. We can choose between Git and TFS. I would just go for Team Foundation at this time. I'll go ahead and create the project. While this is being created, I will just make sure that it's bookmarked so I can recall it later on, which is already. Let me close my last pass right here. And once this is ready, we will be ready to move forward and start configuring source control. All right, we are done.